All right, so here we go for with deload day for upper body, and I'm leading off with bench press. This is one of my, probably my only chink in my armor is bench press. And it's crazy because when I was younger, I used to be really good on the bench press. Obviously, I'm a lot lighter than I was back in the day, but I got to get back to being able to dominate this particular lift. So. Deload week, once again for me is just about, lighter weights, kind of giving the central nervous system a bit of a break. So I'm doing, I believe, 5 reps. Started off with 95 pounds and 135 and 165, now 175. Just really trying to work on my form. Nice, good speed off the chest, nothing too crazy. And then here we're going to go with 185. And then this next set, I believe, is going to be 205, yeah. And then messed around with 5 reps here. It was going pretty good until I got about to the 4th rep, and then it started slowing down a little bit. So where you see the bar slowing down, that's my normal sticking point. So he kind of touches the bar a little bit, and I was able to lock it out. And then here, I've got 250 pounds on the bar. So I was able to control it on the way down, couldn't get off my chest barely, and then once I get up to the floorboard area, I was able to accelerate it out. I'm really trying to, every week, at least put 250 in my hands. Even though I can't bench that right now, I just want the feeling of it. So even if it's just 1 rep, even on a deload day, I will put that in my hands and start getting my body acclimated for it. And here, just doing some dumbbell incline work for pecs, using 70 pounds. I have no idea what I was saying right there. I'm being silly. So we're doing some cable crossovers once again, working the chest. Interesting enough, when I'm messing around with that 250 pound bench, my chest is usually the strongest point when I'm doing bench press. I can usually get almost any weight off my chest, but for whatever reason, when I go super heavy, it becomes my chest is the weakest link again. At 225, I can just sprint that off my chest now. So with that being said, I'm going to put a lot more time doing more chest work. And then for back, led off with some rope climb, single rope. Then this next one, you'll see me go single rope up, transition into over. And then, in ropes, working the eccentric or coming down on the rope is just as important as working the concentric or going up the rope. So a lot of times I'll switch back and forth between doing pull-ups or rope climbs. And here I'm doing double rope climbing, all 3 with no legs, just really focusing on lat strength, grip strength. And then a little extra pull-up work on the way down. Then doing some standing rows. I really like this one. So it's not isolating the lats and the rhomboids and everything else the way like if you're doing it seated, because you're actually engaging some different muscle groups in the body to stabilize yourself. But I do like what it does for the entire chain. And a lot of times when you're doing deadlifts, you're using almost every muscle in your body, so you're locking that chain up. So I try to do a lot of multi-joint type things to support that lift. And here I'm doing some butterfly shoulder presses where it's kind of coming up and around. So I go from the rack up around and then bring the bells together overhead. 8 reps, I believe, here. And then I go right into kettlebell military press. 8 reps here. And then got into close grip military press. I'm keeping the kettlebells, and trying to keep the kettlebells touching. So it brings in a little bit more elements of triceps. I believe I did 10 reps on this one. This really burns the shoulders up. Just trying to get some volume. And then here I'm going to finish off with some tricep work, a little overhead extensions. I don't know if I was doing 10 or 12 reps. And then I will go superset right into hammer grip rope curls. I really like this particular attachment on cables. For some reason, I feel it, a lot in the forearms, but I actually do feel a lot in the biceps. And that's it for deload.